The Honor Pad 9 is a large 12-inch tablet that is a little different from most competitors, and it's different in terms of price. Usually such giant tablets are quite expensive, but the Honor Pad 9 is sold for just $300. Despite this, it offers a high-resolution display, a metal body, and a lot of storage space. Something's not quite right here, is it? That's right, I actually noticed some weaknesses in my review. For this test I compared the Honor Pad 9 with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus and Lenovo Tab P12. Both are usually more expensive, with the S9 FE Plus costing a couple of $100 more, but the P12 sometimes gets close to the Honor Pad 9. Honor has not skimmed on the design and build quality. The Pad 9 feels very high-end, and I think it also looks stylish. We get a metal body here, and the build quality is just as good as the Lenovo Tab P12. With Samsung, however, the transitions from the display to the body are of a higher quality. Despite the 12-inch display, it only weighs 555 grams and is only 6.9 mm thin. On the sides we get a power button, volume controls, and a USB-C 2.0 port. Yes, unfortunately USB 2.0 only. It lacks a fingerprint reader and microSD card slot, which its competitors both have. As is standard now, it can be unlocked using facial recognition using the front camera. It has a resolution of 8 megapixels on the front and takes decent pictures, and the same applies to the 13 megapixel main camera on the back. The display of the Honor Pad 9 is exactly 12.1 inches in size. It's therefore a little smaller than other 12-inch tablets, which usually start at 12.4 inches or even 12.9 inches in the case of Apple. I think it's great that Honor has improved the resolution. The predecessor looked pixelated, but with the Pad 9 we get 2560 by 1600 pixels, and I think that's definitely high resolution enough. It's also new that it supports up to 120 Hz. The P12 only has 60 Hz and the S9 FE Plus manages up to 90 Hz. The display is surprisingly good, especially for this price range. I think it looks very nice, really chic, and it's fun to watch movies and series on. It also performs well in a direct comparison with great color reproduction. At the same time, it's a good bit brighter than the Lenovo Tab P12, but the Samsung S9 FE Plus is a bit more powerful. You can watch Netflix and the like in HD resolution, as it has a Wi-Fi level of L1. This was not possible with some Huawei tablets in the past. The speakers are surprisingly good too. The sound is pleasant and loud, so you can easily fill a room with music. The good display and good sound make it a great entertainment tablet. By the way, unlike its two competitors, the Honor Pad 9 does not support an active stylus, so if you want to write something with a pen, it's a bad choice. The Honor Pad 9 is equipped with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 chipset, which consists of 4 Cortex-A78 and 4 Cortex-A55 cores. We also get 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. That's a lot of storage space, whereas the competition offers 128GB as a standard only. It's a shame that there's no version with 5G or LTE. In my Geekbench 5 benchmark comparison, you can see that the Honor Pad 9 is significantly more powerful than its predecessor. The processor performance is also better than the Lenovo Tab P12, but its graphics performance is weaker. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus is stronger in all respects. We can observe something similar in the 3D Mark wildlife test. Here the Honor Pad 9 is significantly better than its predecessor, so it's certainly worth upgrading. The Lenovo Tab P12 is slightly better in the wildlife extreme test, but the Honor Pad is better in the normal wildlife test. The S9 FE Plus is more powerful in both tests, and you can also see the Galaxy Tab S9 Plus here, which has a huge lead in the wildlife extreme test. My gaming test is quite interesting. I played Call of Duty Warzone, and here I was able to set the graphics to high, and the game is quite smooth playable. Interestingly, it can only be played with low graphics on the Lenovo and Samsung. I think this is because these two don't use a Qualcomm chip, and the game might be optimized for that. However, it's also noteworthy that the real graphics quality is actually quite similar on the 3 tablet. It's playable in each case, but looks pretty bad on all 3 compared to the iPad Pro. Sure, the iPad Pro is much more expensive, but I wanted to see what the game looks like on a premium tablet. PUBG Mobile looks really nice on this 12-inch display and runs smoothly, but you can only set the graphics to HD and not higher. Fortnite can be installed and played well. You can even set the graphics to epic and the 3D resolution to 75%, and most of the time it runs at around 25 FPS, but it can quickly drop below 20 FPS in action scenes, which is no fun of course. It's much more enjoyable if you set the graphics to high and the 3D resolution to 75 or even 50%. Then it's running at over 30 FPS and it is really playable nicely and makes a lot of fun. The Honor Pad 9 runs Android 13 out of the box and features Honor's macOS 7.2 interface. Although the tablet is supposed to receive security updates once a quarter, I assume that it will not receive any major updates. The Honor Pad 8 was released with Android 12 and still doesn't have Android 13, so it's likely that the successor won't get Android 14 or higher either. I think that's a shame because while Samsung has been pretty good with updates for a while now, Lenovo and Xiaomi are catching up. Honor apparently is not. Well, apart from that, the software is good. macOS adjusts standard Android quite a lot, but I think it looks nice. By default, all apps are on the home screen, but you can change that in the settings. I think it's a shame that there's no taskbar, which Google introduced with Android 12L. However, there's an Honor dock that you can pull out from the site at any time. Honor offers an optional keyboard cover for the Pad 9. Although it is cheaper than from Lenovo or Samsung, it is connected using Bluetooth only. This means you have to charge the keyboard separately from the tablet, which is doable of course, but not as convenient. Apart from that, you hardly notice that it's a Bluetooth keyboard, as I was able to connect it quickly and easily, and the connection was always stable, and I wrote a lot with the keyboard. I like the fact that the keys have a proper travel and the keyboard is big enough thanks to the 12-inch display. It's possible to use it regularly to write longer texts. However, I think it's a shame that you can set up the tablet with the keyboard at one angle only. It also lacks a touchpad. I won't be putting the Pad 9 on my list of best tablets with a keyboard simply because there are better keyboards out there. The ones for Lenovo and Samsung have a touchpad and you can set up the tablet at multiple angles on both. And they are connected hardware-wise, not with Bluetooth. But if you want to have an entertainment tablet and use the keyboard from time to time, the Honor combination is good enough for that. The Honor Pad 9 disappoints in my battery test as it only lasts 5 hours. Sure, the display is very bright, but that's still not much, and the result was the same at 120Hz and 60Hz. For this test, I always run an HD YouTube video at maximum brightness in an endless loop. My final verdict is clear. I think the Honor Pad 9 is an excellent entertainment tablet. Thanks to the pretty display and good speakers, it's perfect for Netflix and YouTube. At the same time, it's cheaper than the competition despite the 12-inch display. It also offers a lot of storage space, a solid keyboard option, and if you want, you can play a game or two just fine, but often not with the highest graphics settings. I think it's a shame that it will probably never get a major software update, and the battery life is very short. It's also not a good choice if you want a really good keyboard or an active stylus. If you want the cheapest 12-inch tablet with a great keyboard, the Lenovo Tab P12 is an excellent choice. However, if you're looking for a better tablet overall, you should definitely take a look at my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. It's got a better performance, is protected against water and dust, comes with the fantastic S Pen, and has a great keyboard. However, it's also significantly more expensive.